How's it, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to have a look at the NC and servicing thereof. So what's going to happen, I'm going to service this bike today, and the items that I'm going to be doing is the oil filter, the air filter, and the oil. I don't have to at this stage do anything close to the spark plugs. I believe that's only done at 40 or 60,000 Ks. I'm only on 10,500 Ks now, so I still have a long way to go. Then I do not have the correct tool to loosen that small oil filter on the front. So I'm going to have to get ingenious with that, but I'll figure something out. Then I'm going to now show you what the steps are and what you need. So let's get going. Enjoy. Okay, guys, this is what you need. You're going to need a ratchet, possibly extension, a 12mm socket for that oil plug. You need a flat screwdriver and a star screwdriver, and that's for the plastic clips and things. A 5mm Allen wrench or Allen key, oil filter, air filter, and 4 liters of oil. Now the oil, you can either go for the Motul 5100 or the Activo Castrol. I always go for Activo. It's an oil that I've been using in many engines over the years. Guys, do not put motor oil or car engine oil into your bike. These oils are motorcycle specific. Why is it like that? It is for wet clutches. It's formulated for vehicles with wet clutches. If you put a normal engine oil, car engine oil in your car or in your motorcycle, your clutch is not going to be happy with you and you will regret it. Trust me on this. Don't put car engine oil into your bike. Okay? This air filter is the HF204 high flow filter. Very good filter. Air filter HFA 1715. That's for the NC750. You have to have coffee. You cannot service a car without coffee. And I always have a little notepad. Oil capacity of the NC is 3.7 liters. Oil plug torque 30 Newton meters. Now I do not have oil plug washer. So what's going to happen is I will have to anneal mine. Okay, guys, let's get going. Guys, before we get going, I want to highlight you 2 more tools that you are going to need. Torque wrench. You need a torque wrench when you want to torque nuts and bolts to the correct specification. That sump plug bolt needs to be torqued to a specification of 30 Newton meters. Okay, you can adjust that with this. Now you can tighten it by hand, but be very careful. Do not over tighten that bolt. If you over tighten that bolt, you're going to sit with stripped out thread in your engine sump. Good luck with that. This one is for removing the oil filter. Now this is, guys, this is not the correct tool to remove an oil filter. Let me be clear, this is not the correct tool. However, this is the tool that I am going to use because I do not have the correct tool to remove that small oil filter. Now I do have an oil filter removal or an oil filter wrench. However, it's for cars. A car's oil filter is about that size. This one is this size, so it will just go past it without gripping the filter. So it's there's no point in even trying it. That one, sometimes it's even too big for some cars filters, so it's way too big. So that is that water pipe pliers is the tool that I'm going to use to remove it, and I'm sure it will work. So it's water pipe pliers that needs to be added to the list, as well as a torque wrench. Here's 2 things that I didn't mention. Okay, so you need a rag or newspaper or something to cover the floor. Okay, another thing you are going to need, and this is an obvious one, an oil catch pan for the oil that you are going to drain. Okay, so I've already loosened these nuts. This comes off very easily. It has a little bobbin here and one there, the same on that side, and it has two Allen key bolts, this side and the other side. That's it. And this one comes off, and trust me on this, take it out of the way. Go and put it somewhere else. Otherwise you're going to step on it. That's not something you want to do. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to loosen the sump plug. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Now, my catch can, or my, yeah, I suppose you can call this a catch can, is very, very old. And the other thing is, I'm going to get oil now all over my hands, aren't I? Yep, I did. Hence is the reason why I put down this carpet on the floor. Okay, anyway, you can see here that the oil color is still goldish. It's really still a good looking color. It looks black when you look at it here, but it's not really. Look at my finger and the plug itself. It's still very, very good looking. So what I've done here is I've taken a 5-liter bottle and I've cut the side open. If I can just move my hand here. I've cut the side open. So what happens here is you can fill it up and then take the cap off at that side, and you see the color of the oil coming out there. You can still put it into another container that you use usually for recycling or whatever. So I put it in this, and then I can just put it. I put a little funnel on a 2-liter bottle, or 2 or 3, and then I fill them up, and then I take those to my recycling center. Okay, guys, as you can see, I got this filter off. Just want to show you here. When you replace the filter, make sure, absolutely sure, that you do not leave the seal of the old filter behind on your engine casing. Here you can see there's no seal left there. I've ensured that it's off, and now we are going to clean that whole housing properly and then install the new one. As you can see, it's still dirty, so we're going to clean it now with a brake cleaner and a rag. Okay, you'll see here, I always scratch the kilometers of the vehicle into the oil filter, which is removable. So next time when it's service time, I can clearly see what the mileage was during the last service. Okay, so what you'll usually do here is you take your new filter and you apply oil on this rubber ring, but the high flow filters comes pre-greased. So what you'll do here, as you can see, I have cleaned in here. It's absolutely squeaky clean. Then I'll put that on, and Honda stipulates a torque figure, which I'm not sure of. I haven't checked. I always tighten these by hand. I've never tightened a filter to a specific torque specification in my life. Never. I always do it by hand, and it's always been more than enough. That's it. That will be perfect. So, all right. Basically, what needs to happen here is we need to remove a couple of things. First of all, these two nuts that lives here. Let me just show you those. These two Allen key bolts that goes here. So what happens now is we're going to remove the other clips. These two holds the lock. So do not loosen those two. Okay. So what you want to do here is you want to loosen these clips by pressing them in the center. And don't press extremely hard because you are going to damage them with a flat screwdriver. You just press a little bit and you'll see that they, let me show it to you. What happens is you insert the clip like that, okay? Once it's inserted, you clip it and it's open there. So it's now locked. So what you do now is you simply press it there and it will release in such a way that you can pull it out because it's now released. So once it's out, what you'll do is you'll just open it up like that and press it back to that position. So once you push it in, you can just push that part back in. Simple as that. So you just press them a little bit and it's in. So you can pull them out. Again, that way. Put them down there. So and you can even do it with your fingernail. You don't really need a tool at all. Go. Put the tool down here. There you go. Simple as that. So what you want to do is you want to take this part out. Now what you also need to remove is this white piece here. Now guys, be careful when inserting the screwdriver here. Do not let it come out while you turn it. Do not let the screwdriver come out like that while you turn it because you are then going to damage that little screw. Do it properly because you don't want it to look like crap for the rest of the duration that you have this bike. But there, this one. And this thing is not torqued down with a 2-meter power bar at 1,000 Newton meters. It's just, you just insert it with a screwdriver and you just nick it. That's all. Okay. Push it back. Let's do that again. Take this out. Take your hand at the front. Push it backwards and it's out. That one. Push it backwards and it's out again. Take these two away from the bike. Go and put it somewhere where you are not going to walk because you are going to step on them and then they are going to be broken. Now believe me when I tell you, you do not even want to know the price of those two plastic parts. Okay, so what we are going to do next is we are going to go back to the Allen key. Here we go. We're going to loosen up this bolt here. Guys, it is advisable to take a photo of this silver screw here because this one is silver. It's different from all the others so that you know where it's supposed to go. This one. This side, there's another clip. Look carefully. There's no clip this side. There's a clip. Okay, what I want to show you is once you have taken all these out and the 4 screws on top of the air filter housing, you take this panel off the battery cover. There's 2 screws this side that also holds the airbox cover. So you now move this part, this panel again, take it out. Take it as far out of your way as possible. Okay, then you need to get hold of this. Okay, there's a plug here that you need to remove. And here comes the air box housing cover. There you go. There's a plug that you have to remove. And there's the air filter. This is my air filter after 10,500 kilos, guys. My air filter housing. So you can also see that sensor inside there. It is clean. I have cleaned it some time back. I've opened up to have a look at the filter. Okay, so what happens now is you don't put the filter back in. No. You take your flashlight, you have a look. What is the condition of the airbox like? Is it clean or is it dirty? How does mine look to you? As you can see, mine is clean. As I said, I did have a look at those a few months ago and I did clean them. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a rag and I'm just going to wipe it off just to make sure it's clean. You can, if it's dirty, you can always vacuum it out, then clean it out. So what you do is you spray it with a little bit of brake cleaner, like that. You take a rag and you clean it. Take a rag, you wipe this thing down as good and as thoroughly as you possibly can. What's nice about the brake cleaner is every little drop that you didn't wipe off will evaporate. As you can see, my air filter housing is now clean. Alright, there's the new air filter. Look at that. Put it back in. Guys, make sure you plug the air filter sensor back in. It's plugged back in. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe everything inside here clean and wipe it off. You guys know me. I like my stuff to be as clean as possible. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, as you can see, everything is reassembled here. Everything is back on. I'm going to put those two winglets back on now. And then I'm done with the air filter. Okay guys, as I teach my son, this is a tool. You use this in the garage. Okay, so what you do here on these little rubbers, you just give it a little smear like that. It's just going to help you to get this chin fairing in, because these little bobbins that it has, they do have a tendency to break. And believe me, you will not be happy if those little bobbins on your chin fairing breaks off. It will not be a day that you will be happy about. So what you do is you just smear those, or you can even go ahead and put a little here on the bobbins itself. What I just do is I'll put it on there. Just make sure. Oh, it's incorrectly. Don't burn your hand on this piping hot exhaust as I have just done, because it does burn. And because I've just checked the oil, if you don't know how to do that, I do have a video in my playlist on how to do that. Be sure to check that out. So that one is in, and that one is in. That's it. Now we're simply going to add these little 2 screws at the bottom, and then we are done. And then it's the best part, test ride. Guys, that's it. I'm done for the day. We've replaced the oil filter as well as the air filter. The bike's serviced. I'm happy with it. Let it idle. I checked the oil now. Now I'm going to go out for a test ride. Guys, thanks for watching. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, please consider subscribing. Subscription is completely free. Also comment and like. I'll appreciate it. And until the next one, take care, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.